was someone snipped off the cords and put a 110 volt plug on them because they used to have a 220 volt plug. There was an auction sticker on them. It looks like they had bought them at an auction and didn't know that they were 220 volts, and when they wouldn't work on 110, they threw them away. So I sold a pair of them for $900. That was about 15, 16 years ago. Not bad for one time. There's a mattress if you need it. Sometimes you'd even see strange things like a dead dog in a garbage bag. You had to battle off skunks and raccoons regularly. You had to battle off violent other garbage pickers. Yeah, people would throw things at your car. They would pull up and cut you off. It'd be like a fight. Who got there first? Who seen it first? There was big money to be made. There was competition. I also had a team of anywhere from 3 to 5 people sort of working for me as freelance pickers. I paid them by the piece. $5 to $10 for a broken lawnmower that they found, $10 to $20 for an air conditioner, $10 to $20 for a certain appliance, stuff like that. They knew where my drop-off points were, and they would put the stuff there too, put their name on it, and I knew who to pay the next day. Well, I had 25 years of wonderful time doing this. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was like having Christmas every day. You never knew what you were going to get. It was always an adventure. You'd meet a lot of people. And I learned a lot of things. Every time I find out some sort of item that's really saleable and valuable, well, then I would teach myself how to fix that too. So it ended up I could fix everything I found in the garbage, whether it be electronic, refrigeration, mechanical, or gasoline powered. And that's why I am the way I am today. Now that I'm retired, mostly from working, now my big job is YouTube, over 40 hours a week. I'm just slowly getting rid of all that stuff I have still. It's not selling anymore. Scrap metal. I don't need my fast Aries anymore. I drive my ultra efficient minivan. I don't have to compete against 75 people all rushing around at the same time. It is kind of relaxing doing this. Most of the furniture in my home, the furniture at my farm, the furniture and lawn stuff at my beach at the farm, so much tools and equipment I have, it all came from garbage picking. I don't know what to do with my money because I get everything for free. I'm not the type of person who has to have something that's brand new. Second best is good enough for me. The saying is so right. One man's trash is another man's treasure. If you touch it, it turns to gold. Well, at least if you fix it. No, nothing good out. Waste of time. I wouldn't even bother if this was my gas van. I'd be too cheap. Well, I'll do this last street. This is a street I grew up on since 1978. From 78 to 85 I lived on this street. With my parents, of course. Van has been working absolutely wonderfully for the last week and a half I've had it on the road. Well, There's our house, the one with the red car. That's where I grew up, and my bedroom was in the basement. That's the house I lived at just after my go-kart got done being built. It's only 1 kilometer from where I live now. This subdivision is called Northridge, in North London, Ontario. Oh well, another day and no dollar. Head back and have a beer and do more emails. That sucks. Homework every morning, every night. All for YouTubers. Well, now we're back home. That was an adventure with no reward. Oh well. The good old days. Now to give you a fuel efficiency update that's real and true, and you won't believe it. I'll leave it running to prove it. Still running? Look at that gas gauge. Still above the full mark. Can you read the kilometers? 478.9 uncorrected kilometers. Remember, this thing is it's really actually 38% too fast what it shows. So it's 38% too high of mileage it shows. But that works out to a little over 300 kilometers, which works out to a little over 200 miles. And the gas gauge hasn't moved yet. And that's for real. No wonder I'm so cheap. Anybody would drive a vehicle like this, especially a van. Right, kitties?